podcast that we call Interview Hour, and it's very simple. So
there's a woo.
Woo!
Thank you.
It takes place in Falls Church, Virginia, and we do interviews. It's entirely improvised. One of us is the host. Today, I will be the host of Interview Hour, and I do need a little bit of inspiration to give our short talk show some pizzazz. So from you, I would like to get either an occupation, an interest, or a hobby that someone would talk about on a talk show.
Cult dancing.
What was that?
Cult dancers.
Cult
Dancers.
dancing.
Okay, we'll learn about that as we go. And as this is a podcast, we will be recording. So laugh generously.
Thank you so much. Okay, so cult dancers. So welcome everyone to Interview Hour on 101.3 WKZB, Falls Church's only radio station. Today we have Celeste Opulent. So you have a unique name. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Okay, and you wanted to talk specifically. You are what you like to call
Cult dancer.
a cult dancer. So to me, that coming from a place where my name is just Peter, Celeste Opulent, you. As cult dancing, one of the reasons why I was intrigued to bring you on the show was because I wanted to know what that was.
That's like a fair question, okay? Because like a lot of people don't know, and really like it can be whatever you want it to be.
Okay.
But for me,
Yes.
it's I am sort of like the hype woman at the cult meetings. So like, you know, before Master comes out and you know, indoctrinates us and sort of tells us what we feel today, I come out and I do a really like high energy routine, and it really just gets all of the cult followers like really just pumped and like ready to be there and just like, you know, eat the bland food and just, you know, wear the white robes, and it's just, you know, like the togas, and it's just like amazing.
I'm gonna pause.
I'm sure you have questions.
Absolutely. So first, thank you for sharing. I mean, now I get a clear.
Good.
So when you're getting out there, I mean, I am not a member of a cult.
There's room if you want to join.
That's really okay. No, so when you're getting ready to get out there, and what was it?
I'm like a hype dancer.
Get the energy in the followers. What's your motivation? Like, why this in you? Why you?
Well, so Father and Master, we call him Father or Master, depends on like our tier where we are.
Yeah.
And he told me that I was given this gift from him, but on a spiritual level, that I can dance very rhythmically, and it can hypnotize sort of audience members into sort of also trance dancing. And then what that does is it puts them in a state where their brains are very permeable to messages.
Yeah. Okay. So this is like a Charles Manson kind of a situation where he's kind of giving people a plan that they'll kind of follow and carry out.
We don't like to lump ourselves in with Charles Manson.
Okay.
He kind of put a bad name on cults.
Can I be
like
real
a cult
honest?
is really just a community where Father Master tells us how to feel.
Can I be really honest? Cults don't have a good kind of a standing.
Yeah. been working now for decades to change the face of cults.
I feel like cult has never really been a good term.
I mean, I don't think that's like a fair thing. Like, really, Father Master is the one that can tell us how we feel about cults.
No,
And like, you're not in the cult, so you don't know how to feel about it.
That doesn't have an. I mean, it does have a name actually.
We're the opalescents.
Which makes sense.
That we all have the last name opalescent.
Yeah. Now that clicks.
Yeah. We were told that's what our last names are.
The opalescent cult has an Instagram.
Yes.
Which
we have
who would have thought?
We have
right?
37 followers, which is interesting because we have 37 members. And we were told, Father Master said that we had to follow.
Yeah.
So,
well,
yeah.
a part of the cult, hyping, getting the.
Well, the hyping comes from the dances.
Yeah.
Which is what I do.
I've seen some interesting things on the Instagram. I took a look.
It's really good. It's very curated.
I've noticed that you don't sacrifice animals, but they are an intimate part of, not in a sexual way. They're like kind of around a lot.
Right.
We've got a lot
we all live together. We're all on one level.
Yeah.
We're all on the same level. We all eat the same things.
Yeah.
Which is just raw oats and honey.
So you have a trough. We've seen it.
We have a trough.
Let's put that up.
We nest in we make nests out of hay.
Yeah.
And then, depending on what level you are in the cult, you might be with the llamas, you might be with the geese.
Yeah.
It just sort of depends on where you are.
And then, okay.
Yeah.
And your level specifically.
Yes. I'm with the flamingos.
For the exotic nature of
No, it's just that, like, we understand each other. The flamingos and me, like, we get it. We get each other.
Yeah.
We have a lot to talk about.
Where did you gain your dancing skill?
I actually didn't know I was a skilled dancer until I joined the cult. Father Master said that I was a very good dancer.
Okay. So he's kind of giving you a lot of things.
He gave me the gift of dance, which
Yeah.
was very generous of him because, like, he doesn't have to give us anything, but he's so loving that he tells us what he gives us, and we're so grateful for it.
So now that you're the person of the cult, it makes sense. You are also
a cult dancer.
Yes, you're the cult dancer. You are also the face of the cult in a lot of ways.
I guess so.
You've been here on this talk show. You've been making the rounds on a couple of other radio stations, not in Falls Church. This is the only one. to various.
Well, we have our own radio station on the commune, and it really doesn't broadcast too far. But if you stand outside of the main barn, if you do this, like right here, you can hear it. And it's just Father talking into a megaphone.
Like
but he tells us all the news and the weather and how we're feeling that day.
Well, that's...
It's really so grateful.
It sets the stage every day.
Like, we're so grateful for him. Like, he really does so much.
Tell me about him.
Well, we've never actually seen his face.
Can I?
I mean, I would love to tell you about him.
Right.
He drives around the commune in a black car, and we just see a gloved hand and wave out the window, but the windows are very tinted.
Yeah.
And we really only hear his voice in our morning radio program.
Wouldn't you like to know who that person is who's determining so much of your life and who's really brainwashing you in some ways? And
I don't know. Father hasn't told me yet. So I don't know how I feel yet. He hasn't told me. So I guess I'll just have to wait to see what he says if I want to see his face or not.
When you were growing up, I'm just going through my cards.
This is fun. It's really nice to get off of like the shared land and talk to people, like outside of my fellow, communal people.
Yeah.
You know.
When you were growing up, did you what did you picture that you would grow up to be? I mean, we all have dreams. I wanted to be an astronaut for a long time.
Well, Father says that astronauts aren't real, so
I assure you they are.
I don't know.
No, they are. They just are.
I thought so too, but then
Yeah.
you said that they weren't, so I guess.
But it's fact. That's
Okay,
the,
well,
yeah.
potato, potato.
That's not.
I think that's how it goes. I think that's how the saying
No.
goes.
So when you were growing up, I could really see you didn't take dance classes. You said
No,
you didn't.
no,
This
it
is
was
a very
a
new.
gift I was given.
Yeah, this is a very new thing for you. I could really see. I mean, you were probably into a visual art of some kind to kind of bring you to.
I really wanted to have my own vegetable stand.
You've come very far to that.
I mean, yeah.
Does Father let you kind of bring some of the vegetables off
Well,
the
that
farm?
I'm the cult dancer.
Which I
There's- but
internalized.
There are like produce mongers and the cult like cheesemongers, and then there's the cult like flash mob.
There's a whole ecosystem of jobs
Yes.
and occupations within the cult
Yes.
that
Yeah.
fill a bunch of. When you say monger, that's like someone is.
Like a
there's
seller.
a marketplace within
Yeah.
the cult.
That's how we make our money.
Selling
we
to
sell,
each other.
We sell vegetables and cheese and
Yeah.
paper flowers just to each other. It's thriving. We're thriving.
I mean, it sounds interesting.
It's we're told that the economy is doing great.
So every once in a while, he does a state of the cult
Well, in our morning radio broadcast,
when he sits alone in a barn.
no one's allowed to see.
No
him.
one can see him,
No.
and it's with a megaphone.
Yeah. Peter, if you ever want to come and visit, I would be happy to show you around.
I don't.
We can find a really
sounds-
comfortable place for you in the stable.
You know how some people sort of have a natural inclination toward music?
I don't know. I
Sorry,
haven't
this
been
meant to
told.
go somewhere. I don't have a natural inclination toward like the cult kind of life, is what I'm saying, and it's not really my calling.
What is your calling?
Well, as a child, I wanted to be an astronaut.
Well,
I
but we
suppose.
know now that astronauts are not real.
Aside from that, I wasn't able to be an astronaut, but there's just certain skills.
Well, you could ask Father for a gift, and he'll tell you exactly how to feel about it.
I don't think I will, but
Well, the invitation is open.
thank you very much. And you know what? I just thank you so much for coming on the show. It has been fantastic learning what a cult dancer does.
I feel like we only scraped the surface.
Well, maybe there will be a next time. If you can ask
I
Father
would love to
for
come
permission.
back. Yeah, I'm sure Father will give me permission to come back, especially when he hears how successful I was at hyping you into joining us.
I'm sure you'll be happy. Is there anything, being here right now, there's got to be a message that you wanted to give everyone else in Falls Church before, any final thoughts before we close?
I don't hear anything coming from Father, so no.
Can you think within yourself what it might be that you would say? or maybe that you would say in your voice, like your own internal
I'm not
voice?
getting anything.
Is your internal voice his voice? Do you narrate your life, and it kind of feels like you?
No, nothing's coming.
Well, thank you, Celeste, so much for joining us. I really appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. And thank you, everyone, for being such a great audience. Tune in next time to Interview Hour on 101.3 WKZB, Falls Church's only radio station. Listen next time.